Hello, today I am here to share with y'all guess what top movies that you can watch on HBO Max. In this case, let me tell you top gay movies that you guys can actually go ahead, go watch and go support on the platform of HBO Max. But before we get into further details and actually break down the list, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. So first we're gonna start off with Milk. Milk is a 2008 biographical drama film that chronicles the life of Harvey, the first openly gay man to be elected to public office in California. Yes, the film follows Milk's journey from his 40th birthday in New York to his activist years in San Francisco, Castro district, culminating in this case in 1977 election to the Board of, Superiors and his tragic elimination in 1978. So basically, it chronicles his whole career when it comes to his political career and his love life as well. At some point, the movie received 8 Academy Award nomination and actually won 2, if I'm not mistaken. The film is very good and is 100 trillion percent worth to watch. Let me tell you, this one is like one of my favorite ones on the list. So that's why I just had to put it, first, just in case, you all miss it. So yes, go ahead, go watch, go support Milk because let me tell you, it will not disappoint at all. And then moving forward, we have Strange Way of Life. It is a 2023 short film that is subverts to codes of the traditional Western to focus on a queer romance. Silva crosses the desert to visit Jack in the town of Bitter Creek after a dinner filled with nostalgia. They share a passionate night that, rekindles feelings, repressed for decades. The following morning, it's revealed that Silva's visit isn't purely, sentimental. Silva's son Joey is the prime suspect in the elimination of Jack's sister, in this case, sister-in-law. So now he's trying to convince him not to take, action or in this case, to take the case any further. So that actually ends up turning into a very, very, very complicated situation because that actually ends up, being the conflict of between the two and where the story actually ends up getting a little bit more complicated. This one also definitely worth the watch. And then we have looking in this case the movie, not the series, but the movie. It is a 2016 story that picks up several months after season 2 final. Patrick, who flee to Denver after the implosion of his relationship with his boss Kevin, returns to San Francisco to celebrate the wedding of his best friend Agustin to Eddie. During his short visit, Patrick is forced to confront his unresolved feelings for both Kevin and his first love. Rishi, while seeking, definite closure and path forwards, in this case, about somebody that's trying to find closure with everything that he has going on in his personal life. And that also leads him to being, having to face a new reality that he definitely didn't thought that he would face, especially just for him going there for, in this case, a wedding, and that wedding ends up leading him into a situation now he has to unpack his feelings and his emotion and his truth as well. This one is very popular. I do feel like it doesn't need no introduction. And then moving forward, we have Beira Mar. It is a 2015 Brazilian drama. The story follows Martin and Tomas, two teenagers on the verge of adulthood who travel to a cold winter coastal to, in this case, southern Brazil. Martin's primary goal is to, retrieve family inheritance documents from his estranged grandfather, in this case relatives. Thomas is an openly gay, guy that, is initially hesitant to discuss it with Martin because he doesn't want to be rejected by his friend. His, struggles is not worth his own identity, but with the awkwardness of sharing it with his best friend. So it's basically about somebody that wants to open to another person, but he's afraid of rejection because he also doesn't want to lose that friendship. This one is very good. Like, it's probably not one of my favorite ones on the list, but I still do feel like it was worth the mention. And if y'all have watched it, please let me know your personal opinion regarding it down below. And then moving forward, we have Queer. Queer is a 2024 surreal romantic drama set primarily in the 1950s Mexico City. The story follows William, a middle-aged American expat and living a dissolute life among a small community of American outcasts. Lee spends his days drinking and, scoring local bars for intimacy partners to mask a deep loneliness that he actually has. Lee becomes infatuated with Eugene, in this case, a detached former soldier and student newly arrived in the city. Despite Eugene's initial emotional distance, the two actually ends up embarking on a how can I say, in an intimate, romance type of situation relationship that also gets extremely complicated. As you can see, that since they get involved, a very, very, very big change in William and Eugene as well, because this intimate relationship starts to affect them both a lot, and there just is a lot that gets unpacked between the two.